Warning, this podcast... Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Blah, blah, blah.
What?
Bleh. I can't talk.
Blah, blah.
Spoilers.
Vampires don't go
It's
blah,
stuff.
blah.
It has...
Yeah,
spoilers.
vampire. Dracula never goes blah blah blah. That's
What's
something
up,
you
everyone, and
haven't
welcome
watched.
to the As Seen on TV podcast for Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 20, City of Lost Children. I'm your host, Dom. With me, we have Cleo, Nikki,
Hi.
and Rachel. How's it going?
It's good.
Weird.
Nikki looks just completely...
Because I thought you were, doing
thought
a
you were
start over. I thought you were
No.
starting over, so I was going to continue on with what we were going to.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So...
we were talking about
what-
Dracula.
What did everybody think of this episode? That did not feature Dracula.
I like James, so anytime they focus on James,
Yeah,
it's cool.
I know he's having a little bit of identity crisis.
kind
I
of.
don't blame him.
It's
no,
it's a little too late to be having that right now
Not really.
no.
in the show.
I mean, he did mention that it's been going on for a while. He just doesn't know how to combat it, and
well, his
frankly,
outfit isn't exactly friendly looking.
it's true.
Mhm.
But frankly, I was they haven't really, focused on James at all. They haven't really gone deeper into him since actually for a while now, and it's been kind of annoying just to have Guardian come in out of nowhere and be like, bang, bang, boom, and then he's gone. And
Especially-
then you just
Coming out of nowhere when he disappears for 3 or 4 episodes at a time.
yeah. And then, after all the beating down happens, and he's like, okay, that's the end of the night, you see Wynn sitting there with a big gulp going, yeah, okay. There's no substance. So, this episode, there was a lot of substance and a lot of, going into what James, how he's mentally handling all the things that are going on around him. And it was really refreshing because, I was just thinking he was just a one-off character. Not a one-off character, but one of those side characters that just is there just to throw in a little bit of pop here and there. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, James is just kind of upset because he really just wants to inspire people, give them hope. What Supergirl and Clark and what Superman would do, but all he's doing in his own words is beating people up, and they fear him, and this is not what he had in mind. So
He wanted to be Superman. He didn't want to be the Batman.
yeah,
Mhm. That's a good.
Basically.
Yep, that's basically it.
so I mean,
Sorry, you don't have
probably-
superpowers.
Probably the first thing you want to look at here, James, is maybe changing the costume around a little bit.
It's a little scary.
Add a little flowers, maybe some butterflies.
Honestly,
Maybe-
I don't think
maybe
it's
when
the
you
costume.
throw your- Maybe when you throw a punch, have some sparkles shoot out your back, just to jazz it up a
Yeah.
little bit, so people aren't so intimidated.
Have a unicorn.
It's not about the costume. It's about he's in the same city as Supergirl, and Supergirl's the hope, the inspiration, the light.
Yeah.
He's doing the stuff at night. He's beating up criminals, which is a good thing, but it can be seen as he's just going around beating people up.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, I'm not sure there's much that he can do about that, and he needs
Not really.
the look to protect himself. I mean, he needs the
Yeah.
armor,
He needs that armor, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
unless he goes the Iron Man route and gets hot rod red and what did Tony call his colors? I don't remember.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of feel bad
He's-
for James. Because
Yeah.
it's not just there, but it's like the DEO. Like we had that whole hostile telekinetic. What was she? Forian, they called her.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like this alien terrorist attack with she was like a telepath, kind of like the way Martians work, and all that. And John Joe's just like, Mon-El and Kara, they're looking into it. We don't need Guardian. If we need his specific skill set, we'll give him a call. We don't need him right now.
Yeah, and I think that I may have said this a while ago, I forget, but this is kind of proving it that he doesn't work for the DEO.
Right.
Yeah.
He just happens to be around a lot and stuff.
Just because he's friends with Kara, he has his foot in the door, but he's not working for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. There's not much. I mean, with everything else going on, adding it just doesn't seem. It'd be like shoehorning a big thing about him. I mean, I like this episode. They didn't shoehorn it in much, but I mean, this wasn't like a huge like episode about him. I mean, if they did a big storyline, then it's going to be needs a little bit more time than what they did.
Well,
by the end of the episode, though, they did John Jones had a good talk with him. You know, he got an in with the Forians, and he was working with Wynn, they were in the field, and he wasn't even dressed up at that point.
Mm-mm.
So, by the end of the episode, everybody was letting him in.
I like the fact that, he went in, so he was doing just, routine drug bust kind of stuff with the aliens or whatever, and then he gets a lead on this, the alien that attacked Simmons Square. And he finds out where she lives, so he goes there and then finds out that there's a kid that's living there, Marcus. And Marcus really just kind of gravitates toward him. You know, it's just like everything everything that he's doing. Like, Alex is trying to interrogate him because he brings Marcus back to the DEO. And Alex is trying to interrogate / talk to him. And, I
don't think she was interrogating too much.
Yeah.
She was just trying to get him to talk, but he's completely just shut down.
Yeah, I mean, and she's like, all he was doing was staring at the camera, but then they realize he's not. He's staring at Jimmy through the wall. That's the...
Well, through the camera. Because he was looking
at what
through
monitor he was at.
Yeah, I guess... I don't know, however his psychicness worked, he was looking at...
telekinesis and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, that... telekinesis is the moving of things, so that's what happened when they all kind of got overloaded. They blew up buildings and stuff, so...
Yeah.
They didn't have a surge protector.
Yeah, exactly. Wynn had a surge protector, just wasn't big enough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so James decides he's going to spend the day with him. He brings him to Catco. Right? Instantly, first thing that popped into my head was, you're trying to get this kid to talk, and then you're bringing him to the media outlet that is reporting that his mother is basically a terrorist. I go, this is not going to end well. And
well, to be fair,
it didn't.
It had nothing to do with it being Catco.
Yeah.
It just had to do with the portal.
Yeah. The portal.
Well, yeah. But at this point, we don't know that.
Yeah, of course.
We don't know that, but say the portal wasn't a thing and it was just a phenomenon that happened to hit his mom, bringing Marcus to the place and him James immediately turned off the media that showed his mom's face, and he didn't seem to really react to it that much. He saw it, but then he kept going. They still took pictures afterwards, and then they went to get the food, and that's when it happened. So, he was talking even when he saw his mom on the TV.
Well, that's when he stopped talking. He didn't say anything, and then as soon as James clicked it off, that's when the milkshakes came. So it was within moments. There was no anything after he saw his mom. So it was just thinking it was a reaction to his mother, going off. But
well, no, actually, after he saw his mom, he was going to tell James where his mom was, and then she came in with the milkshakes.
Yeah.
So he was still talking, and he was actually going to trust James and tell him where his mommy is.
I'm not saying that he wasn't reacting to. He definitely did react, but he
had to have seen it already.
Yeah, and he was just he's very trusting of James, so he was ready to let out.
But I don't know, the kid. I think.
Because they did talk, and James was like, my father was a soldier, and the kid was like, so was my dad. They did have some kind of bonding moment. He mentioned, that he died when they were fleeing their home planet, and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
you know. But then right after that conversation, that's when he saw, you know, his mom on the news, and then his eyes start glowing purple. But just the only thing he said before that was that she would never hurt anyone. That's what he says. And then the milkshakes come, and his eyes turn purple, and he starts getting all mad. And then
purple. They look blue to me. But okay.
They're very purple.
Yeah, they're very very purple.
It was the color of the portal.
Yeah. Purpley, weird color.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, he's terrorizing Catco now, and this is gonna get bad. And it did get bad. The building is pretty much not usable. I don't know, like are they still working in there? Like, they shouldn't be. There's no way that place is
I don't know. This is the second time Catco's been wrecked.
Second time.
I think there's one other time it got wrecked.
Probably a bit more than that.
Oh yeah.
But meanwhile, while all this is going on, we see Lena and Kara. They go out and they have a nice brunch, discussing NSYNC.
Ladies brunch.
Yeah, is this what ladies do at brunch? They discuss NSYNC and JT and Brittany, and that's
I don't know why they make that something like an assumption, because when I go to brunch, I go to fucking eat, because you know, food is food, man.
Eat and complain about other people.
No.
Oh, did you hear what so-and-so said?
Those kind of brunchers. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm not one of those.
No. Talk about all the nerd things instead, please.
That too.
Not NSYNC and
No.
Justin Timberlake.
No, that is so old. Nobody wants that anymore. Seriously, Kara, get your head out of
When they were talking about it, right? They said something about the reunion or whatever, and my head instantly gravitated toward Hanson for some reason. Yeah, Hanson is just coming back. They just came out with a Best of Hanson album, or it's just coming out or something like that.
All tracks on that is bop. That's all it is. There's nothing else on it. It's just that one song.
Pretty much so.
To be fair,
when she said something about reunion, and the only one that still looks good, and she said JT as in Justin Timberlake, but I thought, and this is where my head went, and I know this is not actually it. I thought she said JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who is not a member of Hanson, but had the hair like Hanson.
Looks exactly like them, yeah.
Yeah, so my head went to Hanson. That's what happened there.
okay.
I, for the longest time, thought he was the same person
yeah.
as one of the Hansons, so, you know.
Yeah. But in the meantime, she reveals, she's got some top secret business plan going on with a partner that when she gets information to talk about, Kara will be the first one. She'll get the exclusive, all that. And Kara's just like, all right, well, can you give me something? And she mentions technical mumbo-jumbo.
Particles, something, theoretical physics, something.
Yeah. Words.
Stuff and things. So it's just kind of left at that. Then next time we see Lena, she's having like a dinner with Rhea. Right? Lena's very upset that the project isn't working yet. I mean, you literally just started working on it. Like, I don't know how much time went between last week and this week, but it couldn't have been more than a week.
I think it's because, she was presented with the blueprints down to the very last particle. And, they had it all together and it just wasn't working because, it's supposed to be working because it's all put together properly. But what Lena doesn't know is that Rhea was fucking with it the whole time, so it wouldn't work until it suited her.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So, she's just really upset, and they kind of, talk it out, whatever, and Rhea's like, I'm going to go check on the project or whatever and see how things are. So she goes to leave. Mon-El, in the meantime, is eating ice cream just conveniently right outside the building. And,
he's always eating ice cream.
Sees his mom. Some guy runs into him, bumps, and makes him drop his ice cream. And Mon-El yells at the guy, right? He yells at him. And the guy just turns, looks at him, shrugs, and just keeps going. Like, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
I want you to get me another ice cream. That's what I want you to do about it.
Yeah.
I've been both of those sides.
Yeah?
I've made someone drop their shit and go, eh. And I have dropped my shit. And
Yeah.
And had someone go, eh.
It depends on who it is. If it was like my kid or my husband, I'd be like, eh. But a stranger on the street. No, if it was not a stranger on the street, I'd be like really apologetic. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let me buy you another one. Or here's a couple bucks.
Yeah, like, if you're not
Here's the thing.
If you're not going to buy it, you could at least say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. I apologize.
Yeah.
But then some people get mad even though I apologize. And I just shrug and leave because it's like, well, what do you want me to do?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's different. If you just like did what he did, just and walked off, I would have been like punched him in the back of the head.
Oh man, I went off on somebody once.
You? No.
Yep. Shut up.
Couldn't imagine that. No, I'd actually love to see that. I really would.
Doesn't happen often.
No, it does not. But all that goes on. Mon-El looks back up. His mother's gone. So he's like, did I see that? I'm not sure if I saw that. He goes to see Win, and he's like, can you do me a favor and scan for my parents' ship?
Can you do that thing where you do the thing and you scan?
He's like, but I already did that. Well, can you show me how you did that? Yeah, like this. And he's like, okay, so it's not here. And he's like, nope. So, he's like, okay, phew, I was just imagining things, whatever. Back in the lab now, right? Lena and Rhea are talking, and we find out that the reason why Lena really wants this to work is she's trying to prove that she's better than her brother Lex. Mm-hmm. She wants to prove that she's the better of the Luthors,
And with this project, she can, because it's so revolutionary on Earth standards.
She's thinking, for shipping goods across, the ocean and stuff like that. It's going to be so revolutionary, which I could see could make things cheaper, because if they just show up, the same day or within the hour, that would make things a lot
within
cheaper.
the hour, within the minute. Jeez.
Right. Well, we got to put
walking through a door.
First.
Yep.
We got to put the stuff together first.
Well, yeah.
I'm thinking of something that Rachel brought up a while ago with Willy Wonka and Mike TV.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so last time we saw this technology, it was like a small door, person-sized door. Now they show the new portal, and I'm like, that looks like the fucking Stargate.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Stargate.
It looks like Stargate.
I mean,
huge
can you imagine though? Can you imagine technology like this in everybody's house, where, maybe not in the house because people would be a little weirded out, but maybe you want it outside, and think of it like a mailbox, where it's just like you get your package, the mail, mailman sticks whatever decent sized package in the mailbox, drives off, you get it whenever you go to the mailbox. But imagine that Amazon or FedEx or whatever has access to one of these things, and they dial into your personal whatever digit, like a phone number, dial into your portal, and boom, you get your item same day, like within an hour. Like, how fantastic would that be?
Oh boy, I think I'd be poor. I wouldn't have a portal anymore because I'd be living out of a cardboard box because I spent all my money.
Not necessarily like, mail or shipping. It'd be like taking a vacation. Dial into the where you
wouldn't
want to go.
Pay for an airfare.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to BlizzCon this year. Yeah, okay, dial it in. There
I'm going to Disney World. I'm already in the park. I didn't even have to pay for admission.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that. But, even like going overseas, like if you wanted to go to Europe, if you wanted to go,
Yeah. So this technology would be, amazing. Like Leo said, revolutionary. So Rhea kind of talks to Lena and is like, look, how would you approach it as opposed to your brother? instead of just throwing as much power at you as you can at it, what would you do? And realize that she needs to worry about stabilizing it rather than throw power at it. Mm-hmm. So that's what gets this thing working. It's been, a couple test things going on. And then we learn that Marcus and his mother activate this purple eye powered whatever they're doing, telekinetic monstrosity tornado.
It's like they're controlled. It's like someone turning on a microwave and you have a metal plate in your head or something. Yeah. It's just something, or remote control, or it's just once it's turned on, they lose control of what they're able to do.
Yeah. So at this point,
definitely a symptom for them.
Yeah. At this point, Kara calls Lena because she's like, she was mentioning some of this stuff. Whatever. Let me contact her. That's when Rhea answers, and I'm like, Rhea, really? You're gonna expose yourself now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She monologued.
She's an evil genius.
She did the villain monologue.
Genius is a little too.
Okay, she's an evil villain.
Yeah.
She's gonna do this. That's what I thought too. I was like, oh my god, she's monologuing.
Well, I mean, she is a scientist and she is a ruler of a planet, so genius isn't that far of a stretch.
She knows how to manipulate people. She's very genius in that respect.
Yeah, she's really. I mean, we learned that last episode. She's really good at it.
Yeah.
So.
She was still doing it this episode to Lena, and I feel so bad for Lena because all Lena wants to do is find a place where she fits in.
She keeps getting fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not in a good way.
No.
So, at this point, James is like, "Look, we got to put a stop to this." His Marcus's mother's still out there, even though we have him locked up right now in a telekinetic proof vault.
Yeah.
We have to go help him find his mother. She's still out there. She can still cause trouble. So, Wynn goes with him, takes the backpack dampener thing with him.
I thought you were saying the Batcave. I don't know.
What?
Gotta fix my hearing.
Yeah.
I thought you said take the Batcave.
Yes.
Like, took the Batcave. After that,
he strapped the Batcave on his back and took it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Rhea turns the portal on, and the portal is self-sustaining at this point, cannot be shut off. So when we find the mother, and she's like, that dampener is going to be good enough for all of us, we reveal the title of this episode, which is The City of Lost Children. This is a community that fled from their homeworld, and it's 15 people at least. So it's not just the mother.
It sounds like they've been in multiple places, because from what Marcus sounds like, he's like, everywhere we go, they think we're the bad people.
Yeah. Which
they're
is
very
funny,
powerful.
John Jones has mentioned, that they're very peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're thought to be peaceful. So why do so many different planets? Is it just conflicting with their technology?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just scared of...
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe all the electrical energy just, reacts negatively with them and their powers, and they all of a sudden just go unhinged because they're reacting to it. Yeah.
But there's something that he said the kid, I forgot his name. Marcus said his father was a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
They were peaceful. I mean, I guess peaceful people have armies, but
yeah.
I was just like, why is he a soldier if you're such peaceful people? I don't know.
It is possible.
There's probably something more there we don't understand.
You can be a soldier, still be peaceful, but you were conscripted, or you were, forced into being a soldier.
Or he could have been a cop and they just called it a soldier.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like what John Jones said, that he became a police officer basically, and they called it a Martian manhunter. It's kind of one of those things.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know too much about their homeworld either. The Forians? Yeah, the Forians. The Forians, like they said, they might not be the only species that was living on their planet. It might have been, a bunch of them, and they may have had an army, and, they...
Might have been like a white Martian, green Martian sort of a...
I was just gonna say...
Like, well, not necessarily like that, but I'm thinking, like, maybe they had, like, 5 or 6 different species of aliens, and then they had an army, and maybe the Forians are the most peaceful of the group, but they still got drafted, into the...
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
So... We don't know too much about their planet, so...
all we know is that there was a conflict and they needed to get the hell out.
Yep. So, at this point, James breaks through to the Kid Marcus because the backpack isn't working, right? They're all about to go nuclear. The energy that they're putting off is going to rip the city apart. This is definitely not in Rhea's plans. There's no way she accounted for this.
Oh, no. No.
This is just a side effect of it.
Yeah.
She was worried because we find out what she was actually building the portal for, and it was to bring hundreds of Daxamites through the planet that had survived, here on Earth. She did everything she could to make sure that happened. She had white Martian tech, which trapped John Jones in his own mind.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, that was really, really kind of disturbing. And then she lies to Mon-El and says that his father was so devastated when he betrayed them that he took his own life.
I can't wait till Mon-El finds out.
I know, right? She's like playing his heartstrings so bad. It's like, stop it! It's like you're sitting there going, how can you see? Can't you see through your mom doing this? But at the same time, that how he's feeling because it is his mom.
Yeah.
Well, he explained that him and Kara had the conversation. And it's like, after everything my mother did, I don't know why I still had these feelings. And, when we lived on Daxam, that, we just kept ourselves drugged and sedated and all that, so we didn't have feelings. And, that's why it was party all the time, so we didn't have feelings. And, Rhea basically talked him down from the gun. She's like, you're not going to shoot me. Because, Daxamites are not bulletproof on Earth.
I would have loved it if he would have shot her.
Yeah. Well, pretty sure that's coming.
Something's coming.
We have 2 more episodes left. And this episode kind of ended with the hundreds of Daxamites coming through the portal. Right, Rhea just going, welcome to New Daxam. So in other words,
oh my god,
she's transforming, or she wants to transform Earth into the New Daxam. And all these ships are just docking around National City, kind of like Independence Day. So, I don't know what they have planned, but Mon-El better be the one to save everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I seriously had like a flash to the Man of Steel movie. They're gonna have to terraform the Earth and kill everybody.
Well, speaking of the Man of Steel, I think he's gonna come back soon for this shit.
Ooh, I like that.
He's gonna help Kara. I hope so.
Yeah, I would.
I hope you do.
I would, because we got 2 episodes left, and we only had him for 2 episodes this season.
Yeah.
So it would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
They made such a big deal out of him.
Which, I mean, was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for 2 episodes, making that big of a deal out of it for 2 episodes, I don't think was worth it. So would like at least 1 more episode this season, and the finale would be again.
So
the finale would be good.
My question is, Rhea could have went back to Daxam, right? Because they just have to rebuild it. It's not in complete ruins, like it's not inhabitable.
With kryptonite. Like the planet is just covered in it right now.
So they just have to do some cleanup and then rebuild.
But why rebuild when Earth has an infrastructure that supports people of a similar humanoid populace?
Yeah.
And then
they come to Earth, they take over. That's theirs.
They also get a little bit of empowerment, like physical empowerment from being in the yellow sun. So it's minute. It's not like a kryptonite, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that.
Well, like the Kryptonians didn't have superpowers on Krypton.
Well, either did Daxam.
Right.
So it's the yellow sun. That's what I'm saying. Like, the infrastructure, everything's built. It's there for them already. But then there's also that, that extra bonus where they are physically stronger.
Mm-hmm. And they also now have an inferior species to do their shit for them, because they were a society that ran on
slaves,
like a caste system.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So now humans are that lower rung for them.
Yep, it's perfect for the taking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's so funny because they called Rhea out on it. You're doing this because you're mad at him. No, I'm doing this because he said he was going to come back. Because I know he changed his mind, and it's just like, something, you cut the cord, dude. Cut the cord.
The thing is, with the whole Mon-El...
He's not the one with the problem.
No.
She
needs to cut the cord.
Yeah.
But, see, Mon-El had made up his mind. From the very get-go, he had one decision, and he made it. But he only agreed to go back with Rhea in the first place so that nobody on Earth would be harmed, including Kara. He wanted to stay from the very get-go. So he didn't change his mind. He just didn't want other people to get hurt.
Nope. Yep. And she's like, oh, she bewitched you. She, under her, it's like talking about Kara, like, brainwashed him and stuff. And I'm like,
that's what you're doing, bitch.
Yeah, you have very little faith in your son, obviously. She has absolutely no faith in her son. She doesn't think that he can make his own decisions or anything. Just like his father.
Yeah.
But, that's none of my business.
Yep. I want to see what goes on with the Daxamites.
Oh, of course.
I'm really excited for that, even though it's very similar to the end of season 1. With bringing the other Martians in and it's similar, but this feels more threatening for whatever reason than the last time.
But we don't know how these Daxamites are. Are they all like Rhea, or are they all like?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, the majority of them, she's thinking, oh, yeah, they're going to come in here, we're going to wreck shit, and then she's going to end up being a limp noodle, because they're all going to be like, nah, man, this is nice. We're just going to, go with the flow and try to be an Earthling. And she's going to be like, what? Yeah,
I think Mon-El's going to try to coerce them into being more like him.
Because if they come here, then they talk to Blake, no, we don't have a king or queen. No one tells us what to do, really. We have free, we can do what we want. And they're going to be like, what? What?
Yeah. And I think if they're all like nobles, the nobles will probably be more on Rhea's side because they get more out of it.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a mix of people coming back.
That'll be more interesting.
Yep. But next episode is called Resist. Cat Grant returns. Supergirl grapples with whether or not to obey the president's orders regarding Rhea's latest actions. Meanwhile, Cat Grant returns to National City.
Don't forget, the president is an alien.
Yeah, evil alien saying, get rid of the aliens.
Right, but they don't know she's an alien.
No, I know.
So, but yeah, I'm more excited for Cat Grant than anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, I want Cat Grant back on the show more than I want Superman. So.
I don't think Cat Grant can raise a hand against the Daxamites, but
I'm sure Cat Grant will want Superman on the show.
Oh yeah.
So she can hit on him some more.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah. Okay.
She hits on Clark too, right? I mean, they're the same person, but to her they're different, right? She knows that? Or...
Oh, no, you're right. She hits on Clark, not Superman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I got that backwards.
Well, I mean, if Superman comes to town, so does Clark, so.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
She'll just hit on both. She'll try both.
You guys have anything else for this episode?
Oh, no. Just Terry Hatcher plays a very convincing evil person that makes you want to hate her so bad. I'm just like, I don't like her. Get her off now.
Yeah, you love the actress. Keep the actress, but not the character.
Right. And it's a very different. I mean, she did do Lois and Clark, and she was Lois. So her playing this total 180 and what?
Very different. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we still have a lot to wrap up in these last 2 episodes because we have all this stuff with Rhea. Then I still feel like the stuff with their father hasn't really been resolved.
I have a feeling they'll do it next season.
Yeah.
I felt like that really happened last season too, because we were coming up on the last couple episodes and we still didn't really know, like, what the crazy brainiac lady and what's his face? I've already forgotten his name. What they were really doing. So
yeah, I don't know.
It wrapped up nicely last season. I have faith.
Yeah, it's that and Cat Grant and Superman, and then
I think
Lee's saying Zod's supposed to be coming back. So
I'm hoping that maybe next season they'll delve deeper into the whole where Kara's dad went or Jeremiah went and everything, and what's going on with him.
No, none of that's gonna happen. Next season is when the universes collide and we get all the Earths on one Earth. So yep.
Yeah.
So is this what it's like when worlds collide?
Yep. All the shit happens, and then somebody's like, "Well, here's the reset button. Let's just start over." Yeah. And that's what happens.
Just call him the Power Man.
Yep.
All 5,000 of
all 5,000 of those Power Men.
Zod makes his debut.
Yes. Yes. So I think that's about it. Cleo, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Cleo Moto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest.
Awesome. Nikki, where can the people find you?
Can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at VikingWitch76 and on Twitch at VikingWitch.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon.
You can find us all on. You got to do that every time now, Claire. You can find us all on.
It feels a lot better when I'm standing because I can.
Yeah. There you go.
You throw your hips into it.
You got to get some weights to do it too. You know.
I don't have any in my room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lie. They're just behind my backdrop.
Yeah. And you can find us all more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next time. See you guys later.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. This podcast contains blah, blah, blah.
Doesn't go blah, blah, blah.